Act 4, Scene 1. Enter Lucius' son, the boy, and Lavinia running after him, and the boy flies from her with his books under his arm. Enter Titus and Marcus. Help, grandsire, help! My aunt Lavinia follows me everywhere. I know not why. Good Uncle Marcus, see how swift she comes. Alas, sweet aunt, I know not what you mean. He drops his books. Stand by me, Lucius. Do not fear thine aunt. She loves thee too, boy, too well to do thee harm. Ay, when my father was in Rome she did. What means my niece Lavinia by these signs? Fear her not, Lucius, somewhat doth she mean. See, Lucius, see how much she makes of thee. Some whither would she have thee go with her. Ah, boy, Cornelia, never with more care read to her sons than she hath read to thee, sweet poetry and Tully's orator. Canst thou not guess wherefore she plies thee thus? My lord, I know not, nor can I guess, unless some fit or frenzy do possess her, for I have heard my grandsire say oft, extremity of grief would make men mad, and I have read that Hecuba of Troy ran mad for sorrow. That made me to fear. Although, my lord, I know my noble aunt loves me as dear as ever my mother did, and would not but in fury fright my youth, which made me down to throw my books and fly, causeless perhaps. But pardon me, sweet aunt, and madam, if my uncle Marcus go, I will most willingly attend your ladyship. Lucius, I will. How now, Lavinia? Marcus, what means this? Some book there is that she desires to see. Which is it, girl, of these? Open them, boy. To Lavinia. But thou art deeper read and better skilled. Come and take choice of all my library. And so beguile thy sorrow till the heavens reveal the damned contriver of this deed. Why lifts she up her arms in sequence thus? I think she means that there were more than one confederate in the act. Ay, more there was, or else to heaven she heaves them for revenge. Lucius, what book is that she tosseth so? Grandsire, 'tis Ovid's Metamorphoses. My mother gave it me. For love of her that's gone. Perhaps she culled it from among the rest. Soft, so busily she turns the leaves. Help her. What would she find? Lavinia, shall I read? This is the tragic tale of Philomel, and treats of Tereus, treason, and his rape. And rape, I fear, was root of thy annoy. See, brother, note how she quotes the leaves. Lavinia, wert thou thus surprised, sweet girl, ravished and wronged as Philomela was, forced in the ruthless, vast, and gloomy woods? See, ay, such a place there is where we did hunt. No, had we never hunted there, patterned by that the poet here describes, by nature made for murders and for rapes. Oh, why should nature build so foul a den, unless the gods delight in tragedies? Give signs, sweet girl, for here are none but friends. What Roman lord it was durst do the deed, or slunk not saturnine as Tarquin erst, that left the camp to sin in Lucrece bed? Sit down, sweet niece, brother, sit down by me. Apollo, Pallas, Jove, or Mercury, inspire me that I may this treason find. My lord, look here, Lavinia. He writes his name with his staff and guides it with feet and mouth. The sandy plot is plain. Guide if thou canst this after me. I have writ my name without the help of any hand at all. Cursed be that heart that forced us to do this shift. Write thou, good niece, and here display at last what God will have discovered for revenge. Heaven guide thy pen to print thy sorrows plain, that we may know the traitors and the truth. She takes the staff in her mouth and guides it with her stumps and writes, "Oh, do you read, my lord, what she has writ? Stuprum Chiron Demetrius." What? What? The lustful sons of Tamora, performers of this heinous bloody deed. Magni dominator poli, tam lentis audis sclera, tam lentis vides. O calm thee, gentle lord, although I know there is enough written upon this earth to stir a mutiny in the mildest thoughts, and arm the minds of infants to exclaims. My lord, kneel down with me. Lavinia, kneel, and kneel, sweet boy, the Roman Hector's hope. I'll kneel. And swear with me, as with the woeful fear, and father of that chaste dishonored dame, Lord Junius Brutus swore for Lucrece rape, that we will prosecute by good advice mortal revenge upon these traitorous gods, and see their blood or die with this reproach. They rise. 'Tis sure enough, and you knew how. But if you hunt these bear whelps, then beware. The dam will wake, and if she wind ye once, she's with the lion deeply still in league, and lulls him whilst she playeth on her back. And when he sleeps, will she do what she list. You are a young huntsman, Marcus, let alone and come. I will go get a leaf of brass, and with a gad of steel will write these words, and lay it by. The angry northern wind will blow these sands like Sibyl leaves abroad. And where's our lesson then, boy, what say you? I say, my lord, that if I were a man, their mother's bedchamber should not be safe for these base bondmen to the yoke of Rome. Ay, that's my boy. Thy father hath full oft for his ungrateful country done the like. And, uncle, so will I, and if I live. Come, go with me into mine armory. Lucius, I'll fit thee, and withal, my boy, shall carry from me to the empress' sons presents that I intend to send them both. Come, come, thou'lt do my message, wilt thou not? Ay, with my dagger in their bosoms, grandsire. No, boy, not so. I'll teach thee another course. Lavinia, come. Marcus, to my house. Lucius and I'll go brave it at the court. I, Mary, will, sir, and will be waited on. Exit. Marcus remain. O heavens, can you hear a good man groan, and not relent, or not compassion him? Marcus, attend him in his ecstasy, that hath more scars of sorrow in his heart than foemen's marks upon his battered shield, but yet so just that he will not revenge the heavens for old Andronicus. Act 4, Scene 2. Enter Aaron, Chiron, and Demetrius at one door, and at the other door young Lucius, the boy, and an attendant with a bundle of weapons and verses writ upon them. Demetrius, here's the son of Lucius. He hath some message to deliver us. Ay, some mad message from his mad grandfather. My lords, with all the humbleness I may, I greet your honors from Andronicus, and pray the Roman gods confound you both. Gramercy, lovely Lucius, what's the news? That you are both deciphered, that's the news, for villains marked with rape, may it please you. My grandsire, well advised, has sent by me the goodliest weapons of his armory to gratify your honorable youth, the hope of Rome, for so he bid me say, and so I do, and with his gifts present. Your lordships, whenever you have need, you may be armed and appointed well. And so I leave you both. like bloody villains. Exit, boy and attendant. What's here? A scroll, and written round about, let's see. Integre vitae sclerisque puris non eget mari iaculis nec arcu. Oh, 'tis a verse in Horace, I know it well. I read it in the grammar long ago. Aye, just a verse in Horace, right you have it. Now what a thing it is to be an ass. Here's no sound jest. The old man hath found their guilt, and sends them weapons wrapped about with lines, that wound beyond their feeling to the quick. But were our witty empress well afoot, she would applaud Andronicus' conceit, but let her rest in her unrest awhile. And now, young lords, was it not a happy star led us to Roman strangers, and more than so, captives, to be advanced to this height? It did me good before the palace gate to brave the tribune in his brother's hearing. But me more good to see so great a lord basely insinuate and send us gifts. Had he not reason, Lord Demetrius? Did you not use his daughter very friendly? I would we had 1,000 Roman dames at such a bay, by turn, to serve our lust. A charitable wish, and full of love. Here lacks but your mother for to say Amen. And that would she for 20,000 more. Come, let us go and pray to all the gods, for our beloved mother in her pains. Pray to the devils. The gods have given us over. Trumpet sound. Why do the emperor's trumpets flourish thus? Belike for joy the emperor hath a son. Soft, who comes here? Enter nurse with a blackamoor child. Good morrow, lords. Oh, tell me, did you see Aaron the Moor? Well, more or less, or ne'er a whit at all. Here Aaron is, and what with Aaron now? O gentle Aaron, we are all undone. Now help, or woe betide thee evermore. Why, what a caterwauling dost thou keep? Why dost thou rap and fumble in thine arms? Oh, that which I would hide from heaven's eye, our empress' shame and stately Rome's disgrace. She is delivered, lords, she is delivered. To whom? I mean she is brought a bed. Well, God give her good rest. What hath he sent here? What has he sent her? A devil. Why, then, she is the devil's dam, a joyful issue. A joyless, dismal, black, and sorrowful issue. Here is the babe, as loathsome as a toad, amongst the fair-faced breeders of our clime. The empress sends it thee, thy stamp, thy seal, and bids thee christen it with thy dagger's point. Zounds, ye whore! Is black so base a hue? To the baby. Sweet blouse, you are a beauteous blossom sure. Villain, what hast thou done? That which thou canst not undo. Thou hast undone our mother. Villain, I have done thy mother. And therein, hellish dog, thou hast undone her. Woe to her chance, and damned her loathed choice. Accursed the offspring of so foul a fiend. It shall not live, it shall not die. Aaron, it must. The mother wills it so. What, must it, nurse? Then let no man but I do execution on my flesh and blood. I'll broach the tadpole on my rapier's point. Nurse, give it me. My sword shall soon dispatch it. Sooner this sword shall plough thy bowels up. Aaron draws his sword. Stay, murderous villains! Will you kill your brother? Now by the burning tapers of the sky, that shone so brightly when this boy was got, he dies upon my scimitar's sharp point that touches this my firstborn son and heir. I tell you, younglings, not Enceladus, with all his threatening band of Typhon's brood, nor great Alcides, nor the god of war shall seize this prey out of his father's hands. What, ye sanguine, shallow-hearted boys, ye white-limed walls, ye alehouse-painted signs? Coal-black is better than another hue, in that it scorns to bear another hue. For all the water in the ocean can never turn the swan's black legs to white, although she lave them hourly in the flood. Tell the empress from me I am of age to keep mine own. Excuse it how she can. Wilt thou betray thy noble mistress thus? My mistress is my mistress, this myself, the vigor and the picture of my youth. This before all the world do I prefer. This maugre all the world will I keep safe, or some of you shall smoke for it in Rome. By this our mother is forever shamed. Rome will despise her for this foul escape. The emperor in his rage will doom her death. I blush to think upon this ignominy. Why, there's the privilege your beauty bears, fie, treacherous hue, that will betray with blushing the closet enacts, the close enacts, and counsels of thy heart. Here's a young lad framed of another leer. Look how the black slave smiles upon the father, as who should say, Old lad, I am thine own. Here is your brother, Lord, sensibly fed of that self-blood that first gave life to you. And from that womb where you imprisoned were, he is enfranchised and come to light. Nay, he is your brother by the surer side, although my seal be stamped on his face. Aaron, what shall I say unto the empress? Advise thee, Aaron, what is to be done. And we will all subscribe to thy advice, save thou the child, so we may all be safe. Then sit we down, and let us all consult. My son and I will have the wind of you. Keep there. Now talk at pleasure of your safety. How many women saw this child of his? To the nurse. Why so, brave lords, when we join in league, I am a lamb, but if you brave the moor, the chafed boar, the mountain lioness, the ocean swells not so as Aaron's storms. But to the nurse, but say again, how many saw the child? Cornelia the midwife and myself, and no one else but the delivered empress. The empress, midwife, and yourself. Two may keep counsel when the third's away. Go to the empress. Tell her, this I said. He kills her. Weak, weak, so cries a pig prepared to the spit. What meanest thou, Aaron? Wherefore didst thou this? O Lord, sir, 'tis a deed of policy. Shall she live to betray this guilt of ours? A long-tongued, babbling gossip? No, lords, no. And now be it known to you my full intent. Not far, one Muleteus, my countryman, his wife but yesternight was brought to bed. His child is like to her, fair as you are. Go pack with him, and give the mother gold, and tell them both the circumstance of all, and how by this their child shall be advanced, and be received for the emperor's heir, and substituted in this place of mine, to calm this tempest whirling in the court, and let the emperor dandle him for his own. Hark ye, lords, ye see I have given her physic, and you must needs bestow her funeral. The fields are near, and you are gallant grooms. This done, see that you take no longer days, but send the midwife presently to me. The midwife and the nurse well made away, then let the ladies tattle what they please. Aaron, I see thou wilt not trust the air with secrets. For this care of Tamora, herself and hers are highly bound to thee. Exit Chiron and Demetrius, carrying the nurse's body. Now to the gods, as swift as the swallow flies. There to dispose this treasure in mine arms, and secretly to greet the empress' friends. Come on, you thick-lipped slave. I bear you hence, for it is you that puts us to our shifts. I'll make you feed on berries and on roots, and feed on curds and whey, and suck the goat, and cabin in a cave, and bring you up to be a warrior and command a camp. Exit.